Hello, Jonathan Doring. This goes till 1977 here. I would like to congratulate the Florida Panthers, 2025 Stanley Cup Champions. And here's this T-shirt that I just got. Isn't it cool? It is cool. And also, I like they defeated the Edmonton Oilers in 6 games. Well, I'm very proud of them for winning the rematch. Last year they just won in 7 games. This year they won in 6 games. Well, anyway, I'd like to congratulate them for repeating as Stanley Cup champions. The Stanley Cup is staying right here in South Florida for another year. And also, I'd like to congratulate Sam Bennett for being the most valuable player of the Stanley Cup playoffs and also the winner of the Conn Smythe Trophy. So, I'm wearing this rat mask here. This nice plastic rat I got here. They have, Scott Mellanby, one of the original Panthers players, to kill a rat in the old Miami Arena. But anyway, this is for 1996 when they went to the Stanley Cup Finals, but they lost to the Colorado Avalanche back then. So there's a little squeak for the Florida Panthers for winning the 2025 Stanley Cup. Well, that's a great squeak, even though they have won back-to-back championships. Isn't that great? Yes, it is. It's not close up. Thank you. Now, I'm going to take off this rat mask. And I'm ready to review the 2025 Stanley Cup. So, in Game 1, well, the Oilers have the best record than the Panthers. They get home ice advantage. So, Game 1 at Rogers Place in Edmonton, you see the Oilers just scored the first goal anyway with only just 1 minute in Game 1 into the first period. So Panthers just got 3 goals back. However, they held a 3-1 lead in the first period, but in the second period, the Panthers had, the Oilers just scored a goal. Second period, came within a goal, and then the Oilers tie it up in the third period, and also in overtime. Eric Draisaitl just scored a power play goal in overtime when the opening game. But in Game 2, everything went a little bit in the Panthers' way. So, see, the Panthers, had a 3-2 lead in the end of the first period. However, in the second period, the Panthers now, I'm sorry. The Oilers were ahead 3-2 in the first period before the Panthers managed to take a 4-3 lead, and then Corey Perry tied the game at 4. But the Panthers finally evened up the series because Brian Marchand, the Panthers got from a trade with the Boston Bruins, scored in double overtime to tie the series at 1 game apiece. Anyway, in Game 3, the Panthers won 6-1. But everything got very out of hand because the Oilers committed 85 penalty minutes, all because, a lot of players, they've been starting fights, a lot of game misconducts. Well, they now have a 2 games to 1 lead in game number 3. In Game 4, this is the most disgusting game of the whole series. You see, the Panthers are ahead 3-0 in the first period, but the Oilers tie it up in the second 3-3. And in the third period, the Oilers just scored the fourth goal anyway. They led 4-3 before Sam Reinhart tied the game at 4-4 before Leon Draisaitl just scored in overtime to tie the series at 2-game apiece. Well, Game 5 went back to Edmonton, but the Panthers finally woke up and smelled the coffee. They had a 3-0 lead, but the Oilers scored a goal. They might make another comeback just like they did in Game 4, but the Panthers finally redeemed themselves from that game when the Sam Reinhart just evened it up by 4-1. You see the goal that the Oilers got, was Connor McDavid, his only goal of the Stanley Cup Finals. But before the Panthers managed a way to put Game 5 away for good by winning 5-3. 5-2. I'm sorry, 5-2, and be one victory away from the Stanley Cup. However, Game 6 is going back to Sunrise, but everything is going the Panthers' way again. The Panthers were ahead 2-0 in the first period. And in the second period, Sam Reinhart just scored a second goal, make it 3-0, 1 period away from the Stanley Cup. And also, Sam Reinhart scored 2 empty net goals, make it 5-1. That second goal that the Panthers got was from Matthew Tkachuk. That was the winning goal to make the Panthers win the Stanley Cup. Well, however, Panthers won 5-1 in Game 6. First ever. This is the first time in their history they repeated as Stanley Cup champions. So, Sam Reinhart scored 4 goals. That was very good, just to put the Oilers away and also win the Stanley Cup. You see, a good thing Forsling decided to waste the last few seconds behind Bobrovsky, just to make sure they win the Stanley Cup fair and square. So I did watch their parade anyway. It's in Fort Lauderdale. So at least during the Panthers celebration at Sunrise, they accidentally broke the Stanley Cup. There was a little crack in there. But don't worry, they'll have it repaired by the time it gets to Toronto before they'll have their names engraved again. Well, and also, let's go to the NBA Finals. Let's see here. Okay, I'm so happy the Oklahoma City Thunder had defeated the Indiana Pacers in 7 games. Anyway, let's review the NBA Finals. In Game 1, the Pacers, when the Thunder were ahead like 15 points with only 2 minutes left. I'm sorry, 9 minutes, and the Pacers. Let me put this straight. In Game 1, the Thunder was ahead by 15 before the Pacers managed to make a comeback, just like they did in the playoffs with 9 minutes and 42 seconds. You see, however, Therese Halliburton, made his clutch shot with only 0.3 of a second left to steal home court advantage from the Thunder. But in Game 2, everything went the Thunder's way when they won Game 2, 123-107, to split the first 2 games in Oklahoma City. And also for Game 3 in Indianapolis, the Pacers won 116-107. Well, thanks to Jalen Williams for 26 points, who led the Pacers in that game. However, the Thunder evened the series again, this time at 2 apiece by winning Game 4, 111 to 104. Well, because the NBA Finals is now a 2-2-1-1-1 series format. You see, Game 5 is back to Oklahoma City. The Thunder managed to win Game 5, 120 to 109, to be one game away from winning their first NBA title. And also in Game 6, the Pacers didn't want the Thunder to celebrate on their home court. They won Game 6, 108 to 97, forcing a series decisive and championship deciding Game 7. Well, in Game 7, the Pacers were having a little bit business before everything went bad, because their hero Tyrese Halliburton was playing with a right calf strain. But the bad news is he had injured his right leg because he tore his Achilles tendon in his right leg, the same leg as he's got in his calf strain. So that was a big blow for the Pacers. However, the Thunder managed to win Game 7, 103 to 91. So that is their first championship since they moved to Oklahoma City in 2008. And also their first NBA title since they were the Seattle Supersonics way back in 1979. And also, this is their first, they have brought the first Major League Sports Championship in their home state of Oklahoma. Well, everyone was partying last night when the Thunder managed to win their first ever NBA championship. Well, I really like when new teams win a championship for once. And also, there's Shy Gilgeous Alexander. I knew he's going to be the most valuable player of the NBA Finals. So this is a big year for him. He won the regular season most valuable player and the most valuable player of the NBA Finals since LeBron James did it when he played with the Heat in 2013. And also, he became the fourth player to lead the league in scoring, since Shaquille O'Neal done it since 2000. He played the Lakers back then. Well, and also the Thunder, there was a second youngest team to win an NBA title. The first one was the Portland Trail Blazers in 1977. So, in conclusion, I'd like to congratulate the Oklahoma City Thunder, the 2025 NBA champions, and also the Florida Panthers, the back-to-back 2025 NBA champions. This is me, Disco Weasel 1977, saying goodbye. So, thank you, Panthers, and thank you, OKC. Bye.